Hey, all you guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here. I have one of my Angelphilia ladies with me here today, and I wanted to do a little bit of a story time and little tinier video because life has been lifing and I haven't had a lot of time, and I thought I at least want to put something out. But if you want to know all about that, you can wait till the end of the video. I don't want to bore those who aren't here for that. So, BJD story time. So, once me and my husband moved into this house, one of the things I really, really wanted was to upgrade my queen size bed to a king size bed. And once we got to a place where we could afford it and we had saved up enough money, we're like, okay, we're getting a king size bed. Go to the store, order the bed. And of course, they've got to deliver it because even if I had had my truck at the time, it would not have been big enough because it's a tiny truck to hold a king size bed. So I have to have it delivered and put it. So I paid for it to be delivered and to be put directly on like the bed frame, like the box frame, the bed mattress. And so the day comes and I'm like, okay, this is my personal bedroom. Let me make sure A, nothing is going to be in the way or get knocked over, and B, nothing, embarrassing because it's my bedroom. So I'm going through and I make sure, all my drawers are closed, so, they're not saying anything I don't want them to see. Nothing's laying on the ground anywhere, all that stuff. I make sure, all my dolls are, kind of not in a place where they could get knocked or anything. Because I do have some dolls that are relatively close to my bed, with legs hanging off and stuff, and I wouldn't want them to get hit, or they're close enough to the edge where if you banged a bed against the bookshelf, you could knock a doll over, right? So I do all this, and I've posted a picture on my Instagram, and when I do get around to making a update video of my dolls, you will see that I have this gigantic industrial shelf that I've decided to put a lot of my SDs on. I didn't worry about it because it's off in the corner and it's super sturdy. I've literally ran into it, and I have standing dolls that just are perfectly fine. I mean, most of my standing dolls are vinyl, but anyway, so the guys come in to the house and they're delivering the box frame. They put that on first, and I'm like, okay, cool, everything went fine. The box frame was what I was more worried about because it's rigid. And they get about halfway through getting the mattress in, and I look over to my gigantic industrial bookshelf full of dolls, and I have a completely butt naked, headless Angelphilia doll. And I was like, oh, fuck. Why? Didn't think anything of it. Really didn't. So for those of you who've never encountered an Angelphilia doll, they are very detailed in their body parts. And my Angelphilia, this particular one, is completely body blushed. On top of the fact that at the time it was headless. And I'm just like, oh no. It could have been any other naked doll. Resin dolls are not that detailed, and none of my resin dolls are body blushed except for one of my ring dolls, which is Frankenstein, which that would have been worse because at least it wasn't a detailed man parts all over. But I don't know, actually I don't even know what's worse, the detailed man parts or a complete Angelphilia with her pointy nipples and blushed lady parts. So I'm sitting there mortified, oh my god, my room is very, very hectic. there's a lot going around. So, like, if you're not looking hard, you may not notice her because she, like, there's dolls and stuff everywhere. So, like, the average person, it's not like, oh, here's this one doll who's sticking out on the shelf and there's nothing else, like, super visible around her. Like, she's in a sea of dolls. But me and my dumb self go, I'm sorry. I forgot she was there. And the guy looks at me and he's like, it's okay, I've seen worse. And I'm just like, I don't want to know what worse is. I really don't. But to this day, I freaking like really just was, it's hilarious. Because at the time, like, I was already, like, there was a small part of me that was afraid. Because, you know, there are people out there who are afraid of dolls or find them super creepy. And, like, I was already afraid, like, what if one of these delivery people has, like, a fear of dolls or, you know, is creeped out by them, and you're going into a room with, like, all these 1/3 scale dolls everywhere, because I can't remove them. There's too many. I'm not going to. And so I was already afraid of that going into this. And, like, of course, I leave a nudie lady running around. It wasn't this one. Like, it's been years. She's got a head now, but she's still butt naked. She's got a pair of stockings on, and that's it. I'm terrible. But I was already afraid of, like, maybe getting someone who was legitimately afraid of dolls or something. Because there's nothing I can do about it. There are dolls everywhere. I have had, like, a maintenance guy come into my old house to fix, it was like either my washer or my dryer that had broken. And it was hilarious. It was not my dolls that scared him. My husband has puppet master puppets. And at my old house, they were right by the front door. Like, we had, like, a TV stand, but the TV was on the wall. And so the puppets were on the TV stand. And, like, the look on his face was like, oh, hell no. He's like, are those puppet master puppets? And I was like, yeah. He's like, how do you sleep with those in your house? And I'm like, just sitting here thinking, going, dude, if that's the worst thing you find in my house, at least you haven't found the full-size Chucky doll yet. Oh, but I was just wondering, how have you ever had anything like this happen to you before because of your collections or your dolls? Like, have you ever been, like, in a situation like me? I can't just hide everything. My whole house is ridiculous. My whole house is a collector's paradise of, like, displayed horror things, my dolls, Monster Highs, you know, Nindroids, all sorts of stuff everywhere. You can't hide my house. It is what it is. And so I've always been fearful of people coming in and, like, being creeped out by my dolls. But the Puppet Master thing was hilarious because I don't think anything of the Puppet Master puppets. It's, like, not a super, like, it's not Friday the 13th or Freddy. You know, not everybody, unless you're a pretty good horror fan, knows what Puppet Master is. And so, like, the likelihood of someone being, like, was, like, less. Now we have a gigantic, like, Chucky doll, which, like, most people know who Chucky is. And so my husband's life-size Chucky doll is pretty fun. But fortunately, we haven't had any more issues with repair guys or anything coming in the house and being like, no. But I just was wondering, I'm like, am I the only one who's screwed up like this? Who's been like, oh yeah, that's a naked doll. Don't worry about that. So if you have any stories, let me know in the comments below. And make me feel less alone, maybe. That'd be cool. But either way, this happened years ago. It is what it is. I just thought it would be a funny story for y'all to hear. especially when you're like a general collector, and some of the things you and your husband collect are just weird to a lot of people. But anyways, so for those of you who wanted to stay to the end of this video, as I said, life has been lifing lately, so I would still want to get a video done about the review and comparison of the let me grab one, blind box dolls. I've just had a bit of an issue lately, so dog got sick. I don't know if you really call it sick. His stomach got bloated. He's terrified of his own stomach, and if he farts, he thinks it's the end of the world and he's gonna go die somewhere. And I'm just like, dude, it's just a fart. And so he started getting bloated in his stomach, and he was panicking, and he wanted to be on me 24/7, climbing up my shoulder and stuff. So I couldn't make any videos because I couldn't even sit in this room. Like, I tried to sit him on the bed behind me. He needed to be in my lap, on my shoulder. And so to make a video, you would have just been me like this, holding a dog who's trying to slowly climb onto my head. But we took him to the vet. Gotta love having a dog, and they cost a pretty penny. At least I didn't have children. He has to take probiotics and prebiotics now, which he seems to be doing a lot better. And he's been having some allergy issues, but he's had allergy issues since he was little. And so that was like distracting me. And then we're doing a big change at my job, which is changing my schedule and changing how like things are going to go there. And I've been a little stressed about that, and having to like change up some of my vacations and all this. And so all of that going on, I just didn't have the mental capacity to sit here and make a video and deal with Nagi and all that at the same time. So I do apologize for this video taking so long to be put up. I do hope to get up some more of my bigger doll ideas, because I do have my notes over here, and I have a couple kind of larger videos where I want to talk about some stuff where it'll take a good chunk of time. But I also have to be careful on how I upload these videos, because I cannot upload these videos at the same time my husband is playing video games. Learned that the hard way. Because when he plays online, it completely shuts his ability to do anything on it. Gotta love living in the country. I mean, we have Spectrum, but I don't know. We might switch to fiber at some point. I've been keeping an eye on like Google Fiber, and we do have fiber, like, what is it, AT&T? Yeah. We do have that in our neighborhood, and thought about changing to that because Spectrum has a lot of random outages. It's kind of weird. So, but we just having it, and you know, it's that time of year, had to do taxes, all that fun jazz, and everything was delaying. And I don't want to just like me around the house. I'm sitting around in my PJs, hair looking all ratty. There's a reason I wear these hoodies in every video. It's because I'm too lazy to get dressed. And I have an obsession with hoodies and zipper jackets. I have tons and tons of them. This is one that came out of a Pusheen monthly box or quarterly box. It's really nice, actually. And so I will be working on those videos. I will try my best. I do have to work around a lot of things, like my new schedule and uploading when my husband is either asleep or not playing video games. Like, he can't be playing anything. We can watch YouTube and all that stuff. Every like thing like that's fine, but he just cannot in any way, shape, or form play a video game online if I'm uploading a video. When I learned the hard way, he comes in, he's like, is the internet broken? I can't do anything. Can you check like the Spectrum website and see if there's an outage? And I was like, there's not an outage. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm uploading a video. And he's like, can you pause it? I'm playing with my friend. And I was like, I don't know how. I really did. I don't. I looked around the app. I couldn't figure out how to pause it. Because I'm using like, I think it's something like YouTube Studio or something. I have zero clue on how to like pause it or anything. So I'm working around some constraints with that, but also the thing holding my phone right now to make videos broke. So it's like rigged where it is now. So I need to find something I like and order it, because this was like a really cheap little phone tripod, and it just it just broke. I don't know what to say. Like, I was tightening up the thing so it wouldn't move, and then I got to a point and I went click and just broke it. I was like, dang it. So I'm still using it, but I'm having to use like other items to also prop the phone up with it. And I have it rigged with like a mirror behind it so I can actually see what I'm filming. So I gotta get something that works a little bit better than this. But as I said, this channel isn't gonna be super regular when it comes to video uploads. It's just gonna be what I can when I can. So hopefully that's okay and y'all enjoyed this video. But anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.